Hey everyone, I got something a little bit different here for you today. I've been playing quite a bit of Bethesda's new game, Starfield, and especially I've been enjoying like the shipbuilding components of everything, and I've have quite a few hours in the actual game itself, and this is my latest ship that I built, and I've been pretty happy with it, so I just kind of figured I would show it off a little bit. Um, Most of this stuff here is like Nova Galactic parts, there's a couple of Deimos parts, there's a few, it's basically everything besides Taio. There's at least something from every manufacturer in here, so I kind of deconstructed it just a little bit to show the layout of everything off. So I've always been wanting to do a ship with the Cabot Bridge from Nova, mainly because it's a two-story bridge. So if I move this here, you can see that there's actually two entry points to the actual bridge itself, and I always kind of thought that was neat. So this ship here has only one ladder in it, and the rest of it is from, well, the third layer's access from the actual bridge. So everything you see here is on one story, and then underneath of here is where the entryway of the ship is, and there's only one ladder right here, because I hate how the game just puts ladders wherever they want. So, and I've also kind of enjoyed building with the hab spines and the cross passages and whatnot that are available from Hope Tech and Nova Galactic. So just kind of figured I would show it off here because I'm pretty happy with how it came out basically. So I spent, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours or so kind of fiddling, making everything here, and I made a couple changes after the fact, mainly like with the engines and everything. So they originally didn't have these. They had the Supernova engines, but these offered better mobility because you can see it's, with how it's currently set up, there is 100 mobility. So you start off by entering via a Stroud side entry landing bay, and you go into a hab spine cross passage into a engineering bay, and the docker is also accessed straight across the way. So everything that you would do to get into the ship and docked is on one level here, and again, there's only one ladder going up to the next story, which is right here. So just a Nova 3x1 engineering bay, and then you enter into a 2x3 cargo hall, also from Nova. And with the way that this is laid out is, again, you go up a ladder right here, and with how I have my workshop and my science lab set, as the only entryway into these two here is through this doorway right here. So this is does not act as an entry point to it, and neither does right here. So both of these here, you can gain access to the battle station, which gains you quite a bit of crew stations, and then here is the living quarters, both by Nova Galactic. And there is a cross passage between them, which does not have a door here or here, and you gain access to either one of those from the hab spine or the cross passage. So at the very front of the ship is a mess hall by Nova Galactic, and this doorway here does not exist in the ship. There's no entry point to the battle station through here. The only entryway is from this doorway here into the mess hall, which then you can gain access to the bridge or the captain's quarters, which is on top, which is only access from the bridge. There's no ladder underneath of here. So I use a C-class reactor. I just hit level 50, so I think I unlocked this at level 48 or 49. I have max piloting, obviously, as well as max starship design, so this gives you 38 power. The previous one that I had was 34, so just a couple bumps of power there. But I don't usually haul quite a bit of cargo, so I have one cargo hold as well as the cargo that is given to you with the bridge. So I don't really hoard that much stuff because I'm not real big into the whole settlement building yet. So 1800 cargo is plenty for me. So as far as the engines go, I have a couple of Poseidon DT220 engines. All three of these max out the engine power capability because each of these requires 4 power for the engine. So I mean, which is pretty much all you ever need, because obviously it's got 100 mobility and I can add some more stuff to it. So as far as underneath goes, I kind of went for like a streamlined design, and which that I don't really like the landing gears that stick out on either side, so there's just a couple of Stroud landing gears on either side, and then I have these Nova weapon mounts up front, which I quite like how you can tuck the weapons in there, especially with the missile launchers. They're tucked real nice up with the Stroud caps, so you can't really see them too well. So especially from the side or even underneath, it's pretty streamlined. So I have a couple of auto Gauss guns as well as a couple of particle beams as well. Just don't really have an issue with taking down other ships, thankfully. So I just kind of picked a random B class grav drive because I mean, really for me, if you got to jump through a couple systems to get somewhere, it's not really that big of a deal to me. So I just have a B class grav drive, and have a couple of fuel tanks tucked up in here that are hidden. Don't really see them too well when the ship is all one piece. Then I just have a Sextant System C class shield generator. So I have basically enough equip power to have everything powered. Besides, I just keep one notch off of the missiles because I can pretty much take everything else out that I'd want to with the ballistic and the particle beam weapons that I have. So yeah, it's a pretty good ship. So I'm gonna hop out of here. The shipbuilder here, actually no one here. Let me cancel this so I can see what it looks like all together. So pretty nice streamlined design, not too much stuff sticking out. So you can, all the major working components like the reactor and everything are pretty much hidden. The only thing you can kind of see is the grav drive at the back, but I think it looks pretty cool. So let me hop out of here real quick. Of course, it's nighttime in New Atlantis, so it's basically, actually it is the maximum length that you can build a ship in this game without any mods. I don't have any mods or anything installed. It is 40 meters long. That is the max that the game will allow you without any modifications. So here it is in the city of New Atlantis at nighttime. Again, you access the ship from the outside here. Let me fly around here real quick, see if I can get an overview of the ship. Of course I missed, but I guess we could just kind of walk around for now. I'll fly it in space here later on, but yeah, it's pretty cool. So let me enter the ship here real quick. Pass goes out here, keeping watch. So here's the side entryway Stroud landing bay. And then again, here's one of the Nova cross passages into the Nova engineering bay under here. So kind of a neat entryway, especially with the docker being out towards the end, so you don't have anything sticking up or below your ship, so it's all on one level. So again, here's the one ladder of the ship to get up to the cargo bay. I mainly just jetpack up this, but I'll use the ladder, I guess, this time. So here is the Nova cargo hall, which I don't really have anything like in these crates or anything right now. It's just kind of how it is, basically. So you gain entry through this ladder, and then there are doorways on either side. There's one over there as well. This will gain access to the battle station, but first, here is the doorway to the workshop, and I do have one window over here, but again, there's no doorway into the battle stations because there is a hab spine here, and there's obviously really the only thing that the game would want to do is put it here, which typically I'm kind of surprised that it didn't put that there, mainly because it's a main entryway. But we'll take a look over. Actually, no, let me go over here first through the cargo hall, and then this is the science lab on this side. Everything's kind of symmetrical, so it makes my brain happy. But here is the Nova science lab, so you get like a pharmaceutical lab, and then I think there is a, yeah, there's a research lab because the workshop does not have one. So here is the hatch to the living quarters. And thankfully there's not another hatch right here on either side. So here is the Nova living quarters, and this is my favorite living quarters mainly because in the right configuration, depending on where your ladders are, there is a pool table. So I do have like a window here that you can play pool and look outside, I guess. And here's a bathroom in here. So it's kind of neat. I always kind of feel like that the Nova Galactic stuff has the most things in it, if that makes sense. It's an interesting sleeping position. But yeah, it's the living quarters for the crew. And there's a cross passage here with no doors over to the battle stations. So again, Nova Galactic, I have a window here, matches the other side. And this will take you back to the cargo hold. So you can access either the living quarters or the battle stations from the cargo hall, but there's no way to progress further into the ship from here. So I'll go back over here to this here, which this is the Nova Galactic mess hall. So there is all of that. Again, no door here to the battle stations. So just the standard mess hall.
How's it going?
It's going well, thank you. Here is the access to the Cabot Bridge, so the only bridge in the game with stairs. I wish there was other options, but I'm sure once the modders can go crazy with all the assets, it's going to be pretty cool. So the possibilities will more than likely be endless. But here is the captain's quarters, again just standard captain's quarters on top. And then you can access right to the pilot seat from here. So, yep, I'm pretty happy with the layout. Usually whenever you use this bridge, at least whenever I tried to use it before, which kind of prevented me from using it, the game would always want to put a ladder right here going up, even though there's a stairway right here. So it was kind of an annoyance, but you can see all the way to the back of the ship from here. It's kind of neat. But yeah, it's pretty well open space. I kind of like it instead of using a whole bunch of just the 2x1s. There's so many doors you have to go through, and with the way that this is set up, you don't really have quite a lot. So you really have to get to the bridge from the landing bay. It's just the ladder. There's one door here, another door here, and 3 doors. So yeah, it's not too bad. So let me hop in the pilot seat here real quick and we'll take her up to space. So here we are in space, and again there's everything is powered besides one in the missile launchers, because I really don't use them a whole lot, because I can take pretty much everything out with the other weapons that I have. But obviously C-Class being the slowest class in the game, with my current skills and everything, I can reach up just a max speed of just cruising with 185, but I can hit a boost. And obviously you can speed up pretty quick and get away from whoever you're fighting. So and I do have the auto Gauss guns, C-Class, and the particle beam, and of course the missile launchers as well. So all in all, it's a pretty cool ship. One of my favorites that I've built in the game so far. I do have 10 ships, so if you guys enjoyed watching me give you a tour of the most recent ship that I bought, I could go through and do another tour of the others that I built as well, if that's something that people would be interested in. So something a little different for me. I think I have 130 hours so far into Starfield itself, so it's been a pretty fun game, and I've pretty much done most everything that I can right now before any DLC comes out, so I'm pretty excited for that. But so far I've pretty much enjoyed the game. I don't really have many complaints about my, I just casually play it, so I haven't really had any crashes or bugs or anything, if you can believe that. So yeah, let me pop into photo mode here real quick and check it out, but pretty happy with it again. So if you guys enjoyed watching me give you a tour of the most recent ship that I built in Starfield, let me know, and I can again do another tour of the other ones that I built as well. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments. Have a good one.